Wrestling fans, now you too can look as cool as Monty and the Pharaoh by wearing the official Monty and the Pharaoh sunglasses at night for $8.99 each. That's only $8.99 each. Now available at montyandthepharaoh.com.
I have one person to thank for that. That was the Pharaohs. That was Pharaoh Sr., my father. Basically, when I was only 3 years old, he came home one day after work and he came in with something called a Victrola. Now, this is how old the Pharaoh is. Whoa, there's a bell.
Someone's ringing.
But anyway, real fast, he came home with a Victrola and an album introducing the Beatles, and he cheated, Mike. He went straight to, he says to me, son, this is music. And he went straight to Twist and Shout. And the first thing I heard was John Lennon's voice. Done. Done for life. Done. Everything else after that was measured against the Beatles.
So is Wisteria Hall influenced primarily by the Beatles?
They're the number one influence, I would have to say. But there's a lot of other influences in the sound of Wisteria Hall, but the Beatles are definitely at the top, at least in my mind.
Let's let someone in the house. Who's in the house?
Who do we got there, Matty?
We got Phil.
And he cheated, Mike. He went
Am I there?
Hey, Phil, you're here. Yep. If you could turn down the
wonderful.
sound, that'd be great.
Oh, yeah. I will. I'll do that right
we
now.
We finally get to meet Phil.
Is this the Phil? Because he writes
the
Phil. You got the quickest wit. I love your comments. How you doing, bro?
Thank you, guys.
So, Phil, hit us with your question. What do you want to ask?
Hold up. Phil, do us a favor. You got to turn down the sound where you are.
All righty.
Okay, because we can hear the play. The audience can hear the playback.
No problem. There he is. Look at him. There he is. Oh, my God. Incredible, man.
Hey.
What up, brother?
I want to try. Everyone messes up the last name, so try to give that a shot again.
Phil Descara.
You're close.
I can't see
Cesare.
I'm not even close.
Wow.
That's kind of you, Phil. Oh my God! But you know what? That's kind of my thing. I can't pronounce anything.
Kind of.
Guys,
Phil, what's the background
I
on
look forward to this every Thursday night. I'll tell you, I really do. This is just a great forum. You guys have built the great community. How everyone treats everyone in this charmed little circle here.
Thank you.
Well, all I could say to that, man, is ditto. I said it on Rob's call. We are honored, and I mean that from my heart and soul, that you guys spend your time with us.
Blown away.
It's you guys are literally our family, and we
get that sense.
Yeah, and it's it's straight from the heart. It's like we're just regular dudes, man, that had the opportunity to do something, and we have this beautiful studio, which is run by Chris Patty, and along with our producer Matt. And just to have you guys in the house, we look forward to it. We look forward to every Thursday, and we just love it. So, Phil, hit us with it, bro. What is your question?
It's okay if you don't want to address it, but you guys were off a few weeks ago and banned, and I think the biggest issue, the biggest threat we're facing now, I think, is censorship in so many areas and so many avenues. I mean, I think many of us are just walking on eggshells now, thinking about what we can say and what we can't. I wanted to know if that experience, obviously it affected you guys, but how much thought goes into things now, and do you really find yourself analyzing what you're going to say before you say it?
Nope.
That's it? You just say
nope.
That's it?
Nope. You know what? I mean, just for the record, it pissed me off to no end, and it was an absolute injustice, but you do not change what works. So no.
Here's the thing, Phil. I truly love this country.
Oh yeah.
I bleed red, white, and blue.
Oh yeah.
I believe in our structure in this country.
Oh, yeah.
Even sometimes I don't always believe in the politics. What happened to us was an example, I think, is what's happening in this country right now. I mean, with all due respect, Missy Hyatt said some statements. She didn't tell anybody not to do anything. I don't think she was trying to influence anyone.
Nope.
She was telling her thoughts.
That's right.
And I just felt like you shouldn't be shutting down people. You know, freedom of speech is a very important thing. As long as you're not leading people to hurting each other,
right,
or doing something wrong,
right,
you should be able to say what you have to say, no matter how bad or good it is. Right? People, you know, people are going to listen to what they want to listen to. So again, and forgive me, people out there, and Phil, for saying this, but even, and I don't believe in this, but Nazis have a right to make their voices heard, right? Do I believe in what they stand for? Absolutely not. Does it anger me?
Right.
Yes, it does. But they have a right. You know, everybody has a right. This is what we have, this right. I mean, Crown Jewel just happened a few hours ago.
Right.
You know, this is a country that, again, is full of riches, but the women in that country are held down.
Not to mention what happens to homosexuals in certain sects.
Right.
Yes, absolutely. Phil, the most revolting thing of the whole thing was that there was no trial when it came to our suspension. We asked them why, and we were basically shut down in a second. There was no fair process, so that to me was very alarming. Hopefully the rest of the country doesn't play out along these kinds of lines, but it seems to be like you were saying. But it's not going to change us, bro. It's not going to change us one bit. Not one bit.
They say that democracy dies in darkness, and that's a big danger.
I agree.
And I think everyone who's listening, and you guys, and everyone who's followed the business for years, we can kind of smell a shoot from a work. And I think right now, in a general sense, we're really getting worked. If we're watching TV as our main source of news, we're getting worked. You know, so. And I think we as fans can smell it a mile away. So
absolutely,
everyone do your homework and investigate multiple sources. Don't take anything at face value that you're seeing coming through that screen right now. So that's what I think.
Well done. Well done.
And honestly, the Pharaoh doesn't have a television set because I refuse to be manipulated. So I take it very seriously what they're trying to feed us. So I agree.
Right on.
There you go.
So Phil, let me ask you this.
Yes.
What don't you like about our show?
Oh.
I haven't found anything yet. I haven't found anything yet that I can say.
Phil is the man.
So let me ask you this. You know the problems we had with Boston Wrestling. I know
I know them very well. You know that.
I know you go on that channel.
Okay.
Did you think that we were out of line with our approach against Boston Wrestling?
Wow, that's a good question because I know those folks and know Dan certainly too, and he's been very kind and nice to me, and I don't know that everyone's had that experience, and I respect everybody, and
sure.
I kind of feel like Switzerland here, kind of neutral,
Look at you taking it. Look at you playing Switzerland.
I'm very smart. Switzerland, and I think there's room for everybody, and I understand, and this is wrestling, and there are conflicts sometimes, and if it's done for a good reason, and if you're looking out for another person, I can totally understand that, and. Yeah, tough because I like everyone involved here, And,
so Phil, you're in the proverbial hot seat, so this is not just going to end like this. So now here's the question to you: do you think that Dan was out of line posting that video of Tony Atlas's stepdaughter?
Wow,
that was that.
Oof. Sorry, pal.
Like Johnny Cash walking the line, man,
Yeah.
You could certainly argue that, and I know his perspective is he felt like that some misinformation was out there about him. So I think that was, I can't speak for him, but I think that's how he played it. And it was a tough thing. That was a tough thing. Definitely a tough thing. A very evocative thing. And, I'm not sure how I feel, but again, I like the guy, and it seems to have gotten real personal, and I just wish it didn't on any end,
Sure.
I mean, I was just the sort of thing that was kept behind closed doors because I love indie wrestling, love the business, and I want to see everybody do well, and I'm not faulting you guys, and I'm not faulting him. I'm just, Yeah, boy, the hot seat is pretty hot tonight, guys.
Yeah, you ain't. Well, I gotta tell you, if I could speak for the Pharaoh, we do love you, and we thank you for all the support you've been giving us, and we respect what you're saying. I mean, there's nothing wrong with what you're saying, and we appreciate your candor.
And it's all about the boys too, and keeping the boys busy, and you know, giving them a forum, and making sure people don't forget about them, and you know, it's and that's and you guys are great with them, very respectful. You keep it positive, you keep it funny. I mean, you ask the questions, but it's not too dark, and it's just right.
Yeah, we try not to get into the dark stuff, right? I mean, that stuff's covered all the time, and
yeah. You know,
I personally, and I know Pharaoh, we grew up in these guys, and we have nothing but respect for them. So it's, you know, sometimes it doesn't make sense. Well, Phil, thanks for joining us, man.
Can I
Thank
squeeze
you guys.
in one?
Really appreciate it.
Phil, sit tight a second. Can I get just one question in with Phil? I love Phil's comments. He's very quick-witted. Phil, who's your comedic influences? Because you are quick on the draw.
Oh wow, that's a good question. Of course, George Carlin was great.
How did I know? How did I know?
One of the best. One of the best. I love Johnny Carson. I mean, he was just no one can even come close right now. All these pretenders out there. Comedy is just awful right now, save for Dave Chappelle and a few others. But but I like him very much, you know. And we got a local guy on the radio, Howie Carr, who's really good and funny and exceptionally intelligent. Was a journalist. He was actually. We had a local mobster, Whitey Bulger. You might have heard of him.
Oh, yeah, I've heard of him.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, Whitey is no more, and he certainly plagued Boston for a couple of decades. And at one point, he actually was going to take out Howie, and that's how influential Howie is around here. But, you know, if you want to get Howie's an interesting guy. He's funny and witty, and he's worth listening to. You can watch him online, too. But, I appreciate those thoughts. Yeah, just, I don't know. It's the coffee that gets me quick. I don't know.
There you go. Well, thanks for calling in, man.
Thank Phil, we'd like to send you a T-shirt, so just message us on the webpage. I'd like to send a T-shirt out to you, okay?
Thank you. Love you guys.
Love you too, man.
Thank you for
everything. One more
Thank
thing,
you.
Phil, is if you could leave the call, that would be
all right,
great.
Phil's leaving right now.
Oh, I'm leaving right now.
No,
Thank you.
I meant
Peace,
to,
Phil. Thanks, brother.
Actually
Peace.
leave it in the computer.
Thanks, guys.
All right. Maria, you're up. The link has been sent. Miss Maria Davis. So when she's ready to go, we'll ring in.
I'm like
thoughts
psyched.
on Phil.
I'm psyched. Maria Davis. This is insane.
We just met Phil.
Phil's awesome. By the way, great speaking voice for Phil.
Unbelievable.
Did you hear that?
How did you like his Switzerland take on that whole thing?
Dude, that was great.
It was classic.
That's usually like me and you at the. So what do you think of? I'm like, oh my god, I don't know if I want to pick a side in this debate. You know, so I thought that was excellent. No, it was
my
good.
god.
WWE or AEW? Well, kind of Vince, but I do like to watch the rest. I don't know.
Without a doubt.
Unbelievable.
See if I can
Crown
answer
Jewel
some
was really
questions.
good today too. By the way,
Jay Will says so true. I got banned from the neighborhood app for being a patriotic American.
Banned from the neighborhood.
Chris Patty says, so proud of you guys. Lots of class act and fun. Thank you for the shout out. I'm humbled. God bless. We are humbled.
Absolutely. Top shelf, Chris. Top shelf.
Let's see here. Jay Will, TV's a terrible source.
Yeah. No, thank you for television. I've been done with that for quite a while.
And then we got some racist came on. I'm not even going to read those comments.
Oh, really? Well, have a nice day. Stay in touch with yourself, racist. Next.
Unbelievable. I mean, really? Seriously?
Yeah. Well,
Rick B says, good job, Phil. He was great.
Thanks, Rick.
Loose cannon, fair play to Phil. Maria's got the link. Nothing from Maria yet?
We got to wait for the doorbell. You know how it rings?
Oh, that's right.
The doorbell rings, and then,
Maddie, nothing from Maria?
Nothing yet.
I sent the second link.
That's perfect.
All right, you want to go to commercial break, and we'll get...
I'll be honest, I'm not really into politics.
Okay.
But everyone's got their right of opinion. But
Sure.
And you still call Mike every day, and he's not into politics. Now that's a good man.
Who was your favorite guest on the show?
Great question. Okay.
Doink and Dink at the auction.
How great
at the auction.
They were great.
Dink with Jimmy.
They were great.
Dink with Jimmy. Remember when Dink was touching Jimmy all over?
Wait a minute. That was horrendous. And he was the right height. What are you talking about? I'm like, get the hell out of here. Go away.
That was hilarious.
All right, that was rough. I don't know. Yeah, it was hilarious for you.
Funny. Poor Jimmy.
Try being over here. Oh, my God.
Oh, my God.
Loved it.
Thank you. Have you ever had a wrestler?
And Ray Apollo's hilarious.
Chris, have you ever had a wrestler disappoint you when you got the chance to meet them in real life? Because Scott Hall was a bit of a bummer, so I'm curious, did you ever come across a wrestler that kind of let you down?
Yeah, Drew McIntyre.
Really? Can you share?
Bit rude. Went up to shake his hand and he said he couldn't because he was holding the title.
Oh.
Oh, wow.
Wow, what an arrogant prick.
There's your boy Drew for you.
My boy. Now he's my boy. I love how you do this to me all the time. You should have shoved his sword up his ass. What the fuck? Wow.
Well, I met Billy Kidman. He's such a nice guy.
Really? Interesting. Okay.
Yeah. And Alberto Del Rio's really, really nice.
Really? Why is the bell ringing?
Why is the bell? We have another bell?
You can't have two people at the door at once.
That was a production.
We also have Maria Davis here.
Did you just hit the bell by accident? That's hilarious.
We got another guest at the door.
We do.
We have Maria Davis and
Maria
another
Davis.
call.
Can we do a double with Chris and Maria?
Yeah.
Really? All right, we're going to bring Maria in with Chris.
Okay, fair enough.
They're good friends.
All right,
they are
she's
friends.
Yeah.
I did not realize these things.
Got a little bit of family going on here.
Okay.
Hey.
Maria!
I hear her.
Hi.
I want to see her. Where is she? I want to see her because I've always wondered.
I'm sporting my Monty and the Pharaoh t-shirt.
Oh,
the hottest t-shirt out here on Thursday night. So if you're looking for a great wrestling podcast, tune in Thursday nights at 9 o'clock for Monty and the Pharaoh.
Whoa, man.
Listen, Maria.
You're hired.
Yeah, could you shoot the next commercial? Because he keeps interrupting
There
me
she
in the middle
is.
of the woods. He's bothering me when I'm trying to watch matches.
Hear him waving.
There she is.
There she
What's
is.
happening?
The legend. Man, we got two legends in the house.
Excellent. Now, where's Chris?
Yes.
We can't split screen or something? I'm so confused. Chris, you're still with us,
Hey,
right?
Chris.
Yeah.
So, Maria, how did you discover Monty and the Pharaoh?
Well, due to the pandemic last year, I was checking through some of the different wrestling podcasts, and I came across Monty and the Pharaoh, and I'm like, well, who are these two guys? I've never heard of them before. So I said, well, since I've been a wrestling fan since like grade school, junior high, and high school, and college, and afterwards, it's like it's time to get something new. So I started tuning in. I was like, wow, these two guys are really cool. I like that. And I like the sunglasses, and I like your promos were cool, and you kept the show exciting, and you never really put people down. You just let people just say what they want. And I think that's great. And I also like the fact that because you've been in the wrestling business for, so many years, and you've got experience, and you allow the fans to be themselves. And I like that. And you don't like sugarcoat stuff. You just call it straight down the line. And that's how I like it.
Thank you.
Have we ever offended you at any times?
Oh, boy.
No, no, you've never offended me. And you know what? I'll tell you something. Even though you can agree to disagree, and you can still be friends, you can still be frenemies or whatever.
Sure.
Like even with Dan Marotti. Okay, so I said what I felt. Okay, yeah, I sent you all what I felt I didn't like he was doing to Tony and Marty. Mm-hmm. And I don't care that, Rick B sent the screenshot. I don't even give a shit about that. That's just me. Okay. People are entitled to do what they want to do. He felt that he was doing that to get some brownie points with Dan. I don't even give a shit about that. So my thing is, I said what I said, and I stand by what I feel, and I don't let anybody talk down to me. I mean, I've been called everything but everything that's on my driver's license and my birth certificate, and I'm not offended. So anybody who thinks you can offend me, no, you can't. And like that last fool that was on her, I just definitely removed it because there's a lot of bullshit. And, people are afraid sometimes to say what they really want. But, I mean, me, no, I am not shy, not at all. I will tell you if I like you. I will tell you if I hate you. But I don't hate people because it's a waste of time. And that's just terrible energy to give somebody that much authority and that much reign in your life. I mean, you have to say, well, you know what? Hey, either you like me or you don't. I don't care because I'm going to still wake up tomorrow. I'm going to still go to work. I'm going to still live my life. I will still watch the #1 wrestling podcast on Thursday nights at 9 p.m. out of New York, Monty and the Pharaoh. And this is the best shirt I got on. All I need is to get the mug so I can put my hibiscus tea in it, and I'm done.
Oh, look at that.
Nice.
And don't worry, your package should be arriving. I shipped it a little late. I'm sorry, I got a little behind, but Maria's got some good stuff coming to her.
Wait a minute. Now, do you realize you said the words package and behind in the same sentence? You know what you're doing here? You're opening up a door that the Farrell's just going to walk right through. Unbelievable.
So let me ask you both. You brought up Dan. You both brought up Dan Marotti and Boston Wrestling. Yes. Did you feel that we were out of line with our approach with Boston Wrestling?
No, I think you were absolutely spot on. It was about time somebody really, stood up to him and just let him know it's not right. You pick on these poor wrestlers who have fallen on hard times, and then you get them on there and you make an ass out of them. Right. And then you get your little couple dollars, and then you think you've done something, and then you feel, well, I can do this. And I remember there was one wrestler on there, he had made fun of him, and he was living under a bridge at one time. He had fallen on really hard times. And he just got up there and just totally annihilated him. I said, what a freaking prick you are to do that to somebody. But you're not the best looking guy looking out here. I mean, you've got soft shoes. I mean, you're all contorted. You can't walk. And he calls me, a fat ass bitch. Well, yes, my ass is fat because the men aren't complaining. He's never had an ass to really hold on to because that wife and those kids aren't even his. So, Dan, if you want to get real, get real. And if Rick is listening, take a screenshot of this, too. I don't give a fuck. I don't care.
Wow, don't hold back, Maria.
Maria, are you sure you're not blocking? Are you blocking right now? You got to really let it go. No. Okay, let it out.
No, I'm not blocking anything because I hate to see people being taken advantage of. Like, it could happen to anyone, and a lot of wrestlers. Yes. Sometimes maybe they're not great with their money. Maybe they are. That's not my business. Right, if I feel that I want to contribute something to them, I will. And if I don't think they're, worth my time, then I don't. Okay. And life goes on. But I mean, wrestlers can say whatever they want. If they like women, if they don't like women, if they like black women, if they don't like black women, if they like women, it doesn't matter to me. I don't care. I'm on here for entertainment. You know what I mean? Right. Because if everybody thought the same, it would be so freaking boring. So I say what I say. I don't take anything back. I don't give a shit. I'm just me. I love wrestling. I always did. Here in Pittsburgh, Bruno was like the living legend and, his sons and everything. And, we have some pretty good wrestlers. Plus Kurt Angle.
Oh, yeah.
Pittsburgh's favorite, the Olympian. Well, one of my former producers went to college with him at Clarion State, and I've heard some great stories about Kurt. And I said, I'm going to put that on my bucket list. So the next time he does come to Pittsburgh to visit his family, I'm going to just be so nosy. I'm just going to put myself out there and do it.
Chris, while we have you, I wanted to ask you, who is the Australian wrestling legend? Who's your Bruno Sammartino over there, since Maria brought up Bruno? Do you have one? Was that a no?
No one really currently.
The fabulous kangaroos.
Milano.
The fabulous kangaroos. The fabulous kangaroos.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, they were very good. Bill Dundee. Outback Jack.
Bill Dundee. Yeah.
Bill Dundee. Now wait a minute.
Bill Dundee's in studio.
Bill Dundee's coming in.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
And Jamie's good too.
Okay.
Hey Maria, a personal question, and maybe I'm barking up the wrong tree. But
no, keep barking.
Here's a question.
Don't encourage
What
him.
is the deal with all those young boys that are in Boston Wrestling Studios? There's something weird going on there?
Now, wait a minute. Ooh.
You know what? I think a lot of them probably may be interns, I think, from when I was there before I left.
Okay.
I really don't know very much, not much about them, nor do I really care.
Okay.
There was one in particular. He was pretty good, Matt Dagman. He was pretty good. The rest, I really don't know anything about them. I just think that, if you want to learn something about wrestling, maybe go to a studio or a podcast or somebody who really knows the business. But I'm like this. If you haven't taken a bump, then how the heck do you know what wrestling is?
Right.
Yeah, it's true. That is true.
It's hearsay. But then again, I mean, you can do whatever you want. I mean, you go into the studio and I guess you sit down and you get a chance to interview these, former superstars. and get a chance to know what they're really like outside of the ring, outside of their gimmick, and just to see if they're really for real. Now, I'm sure some wrestlers probably may be very nice, maybe some aren't. I don't know. Depends on what kind of mood they're in. But I do, kind of wonder, what's going on with that. But I really don't know. And anything about Boston wrestling, I don't even give a shit. I don't even care.
Wow. Well,
I don't care.
I got to tell you both, thank you both for joining us. Maria, Chris,
you
both are
wonderful,
wonderful human beings. We want to
And
thank
happy
you.
birthday, Jimmy.
Oh, that's right.
thank
Happy
you.
birthday, Jimmy.
That's right. I was made in a lab over 50 years ago. Wow, that's a long time ago to be made in a lab.
Happy birthday.
And I made a donation for your birthday.
Thank you. Oh, thank you very much.
I was mad at Jimmy this week, Chris. I didn't tell him.
Wait a minute. Are you holding my cash?
I got your cash.
Get over here, you.
It's hidden.
Unbelievable.
I was angry.
Yeah, but he'll probably give me some white
All right,
castle and
guys.
be like,
We'll
that
see
was
you.
on Chris.
We'll see you next week. We've got a
And I love your music, Jimmy.
Thank you. Thank you much, man.
We got a
Thanks a lot.
Mod Johnson.
I love that.
Thank
We love
you.
you both. We'll talk to you soon.
Love you guys.
Thank
too.
you.
Nice to meet you, Chris.
You too, Miss Davis.
That was fabulous.
That was fabulous.
That was absolutely fabulous.
Maddie, we got one more. We've got Jimmy's bandmate.
What?
Bart Griggs will be calling in. Bart,
wow.
I sent you the link.
Interesting.
So we'll wait for him. Maddie, you're not too tired? I know we're running a little long.
What happened to this one over here? Is this somebody else or?
Same person.
Oh, this is the same guy. Oh,
I swapped them over.
Oh, okay. You duplicated.
Maddie, what do you think of the show so far? Success?
I'm enjoying it. Yeah.
I got to tell you, I loved it. Seeing their faces and finally getting to meet them.
That's awesome.
Unbelievable.
That's
This is
awesome.
quickly becoming one of my favorite shows. I hope everybody at home is enjoying it too. Let's see what we got here.
Maria's not shy when it comes to the
Mark
Boston
McClure
Whale.
says, "Is it?" Oh, forget it. I ain't
What
reading
happened?
that. Forget it.
What, another
802
dopey
says, "Happy birthday, Jimmy."
Thank you, 802. Absolutely.
Rick B says, "I didn't get buried too bad."
True, right, Rick? Oh,
Stinger
boy.
says, "Mick Dundee."
Right. That's
Oh
right.
my God,
right.
I love it. Phil says Maria knows her wrestling.
Oh, yeah. You can tell.
Rick B, Maria versus